Hey everyone, it's Jacqueline for Pixie Dust PhD, and in this video we will be discussing my must-dos at the Magic Kingdom. This rounds out our must-do series for the 4 main theme parks at Walt Disney World. If you want to check out previous entries for Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and Epcot, I will leave the links to those videos in the description down below. Magic Kingdom is a little bit of an overwhelming theme park because there honestly is so much to do. It's really important for me to make a list of priorities for this theme park in particular. I'm excited to hear about what your Magic Kingdom must-dos are in the comments down below. The Magic Kingdom contains more activities that I've never done or rarely do compared to any of the other theme parks probably. It's always fun to get your perspective, and I hope you are looking forward to my list. Stay tuned. Magic Kingdom is the perfect park for all ages in my opinion, so most of my list really does apply to everyone. These first few things though are especially true if you haven't been to Walt Disney World in a while. Number 1 for me in Magic Kingdom is you have to do something with the characters. Maybe that's staking out a great spot for a parade or a cavalcade, or maybe that's literally meeting a character. For me, this usually manifests by my priorities in the Magic Kingdom, including meeting Mickey and meeting Merida. You can meet Mickey loads of places, but it just feels extra special to meet him in the Magic Kingdom. In Merida, you really don't get many chances to meet her in general, so I always prioritize it at the Magic Kingdom. Next, you've got to do at least one classic attraction, and there are so many to choose from. You've got Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion, It's a Small World, Peter Pan, the Carousel of Progress, the People Mover, Prince Charming's Regal Carousel, and many more. It's not a successful day in my opinion at the Magic Kingdom if you've not gotten on at least one of these classic attractions. I don't necessarily do all of these every trip, but we do always manage to find our way onto Haunted Mansion for sure. And thus far at least, we also always make time to ride Pirates of the Caribbean as well as the People Mover. It's also difficult for me to do a day at the Magic Kingdom without riding It's a Small World. That attraction is really right up my alley in terms of preferred aesthetics. Next on my must-do list that I think really does apply to everybody would be make sure you spend time appreciating each land. I especially love appreciating the transitions between lands. Listening for the background music change I find to be very entertaining, and it really points out just how brilliant everything at Walt Disney World is. The other big thing I want to point out here is really spend some time on Main Street USA. A lot of folks don't necessarily consider Main Street a land, and they just sort of beeline it out to Fantasyland or Tomorrowland, etc. I understand that desire for sure, but Main Street is beautiful. Especially in the morning, you get a lot of awesome atmosphere on Main Street. Don't treat Main Street USA just as a place that you need to fast walk through in order to get where you want to go. There's plenty to admire on Main Street as well. And my last big must-do for everyone is appreciate the nighttime spectacular at Magic Kingdom. For a long time this was Wishes, more recently it's Happily Ever After. I assume that for the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World, they will be doing a special rendition of the nighttime show, but hopefully Happily Ever After will return after that showing. Hey everyone, Future Jacqueline here. As has been a trend on the channel lately, you may have guessed that I recorded this a while ago. Since then, we've learned that Disney Enchantment will be the special nighttime spectacular in the Magic Kingdom for Disney's 50th anniversary. And unfortunately, Happily Ever After will not be coming back. We have to say our permanent goodbyes to Happily Ever After in September of 2021. Hopefully whatever comes next is even more magical. Back to you, past Jacqueline. Wishes has a huge, loyal crowd, and I totally appreciate that. I'm more of a Happily Ever After person. Personally, I love the story that they've crafted. The music is beautiful, the projection mapping I think is fantastic, and it really draws you in. Happily Ever After, in my opinion, truly is a spectacular, and you really want to be standing in the park facing the front of the castle to really fully appreciate it. The urge to skip a nighttime spectacular is understandably sometimes strong. Maybe you want to head back to the hotel and call it a night. Maybe you want to take advantage of those shorter lines on the rides. But Happily Ever After is not to be missed, and if you are going to the Magic Kingdom during your trip, I think you have to make time to see Happily Ever After at least once per trip. Moving on to must-dos that may not quite apply to everybody depending on your height, interests, and other factors. A big one for me is to ride the mountains. Maybe not all of them, but at least one of them. Big Thunder Mountain I think is an absolutely fantastic ride, and if you are tall enough to ride it and generally enjoy mild coasters, make time to ride Big Thunder Mountain. I'm a little bit less passionate about Space Mountain and Splash Mountain, though thus far we have always found our way onto Space Mountain every trip. It's been a little bit since I've been on Splash Mountain, but I am going to prioritize that for the upcoming trip because it has been so many years. You might argue that you could slot this into my prior recommendation of riding a classic. I simply separated them out because they are coasters and do have that height requirement. Unfortunately, not everyone will be able to enjoy these attractions. Next, I would say eat a classic snack, whatever that means to you. For me, that is a Dole Whip. I always make time to get a Dole Whip from Aloha Isle, and I'm really hoping that they bring back on the menu the pineapple upside down cake topped with Dole Whip. It was a great use of snack credit. It was also a great theme park breakfast, if you ask me. Some folks really love that Disney World popcorn, a churro, a Mickey pretzel, a Mickey premium bar, a Mickey ice cream sandwich. There's so many classic snacks. Granted, you can get these anywhere, but there's something special about having them in the Magic Kingdom, in my opinion. And finally, if you're up for it, I would say take your midday break by resort hopping. I don't really love the food options at Magic Kingdom. There definitely are some standout locations and singular menu items at various locations throughout the park. However, for the most part, in my opinion, you're not going to find super interesting or super high quality food at Magic Kingdom more than the other theme parks. Luckily though, Magic Kingdom is not that far away from some stellar resorts. You can easily walk over to the Contemporary as well as Grand Floridian. You can also monorail over to either of those resorts as well as the Polynesian. Then you've got Wilderness Lodge that you can easily get to from Magic Kingdom by taking a boat. Between these 4 resorts, you have some fantastic options for table service dining, quick service dining, and drinks. Particularly in the past if I'm staying off-site and I don't want to trek all the way back to my off-site hotel for my midday break from the Magic Kingdom, I just go to a resort nearby and hang out, lounge around, eat and drink for a little bit. I certainly understand leaving the theme park is not for everybody, but if you are like me and do cherish a midday break, resort hopping is a great way to do that from the Magic Kingdom. These are the things I prioritize the most for a Magic Kingdom theme park day. Honestly, it was difficult for me to condense this list down so much because there is just so much to do at Magic Kingdom. Plus, if you add the nearby resort areas, that adds even more options to consider. I would love to hear what your Magic Kingdom must-dos are in the comments down below. And if you want to chat about your favorite Magic Kingdom activities outside of YouTube, you can always find me on Instagram and Twitter at PixieDustPhD. On my upcoming trip to Walt Disney World, I am hoping to sneak in a few Magic Kingdom experiences I've yet to try. We're going to try to eat at California Grill, whether that's with a proper reservation or just at the lounge. I'm also considering perhaps taking a tour. That's not something I've ever taken the time to do before, but it does intrigue me. There's also a couple rides I don't think I've ever ridden, like Astro Orbiter and the Barnstormer. These probably aren't must-dos, but I am interested in having that experience. Thanks so much for coming along with me on this video series of my must-dos at the 4 main Walt Disney World theme parks. Thinking about this has definitely helped me prioritize for my upcoming trip to Walt Disney World. Not only those things that I always do and made it onto my must-dos list, but also incorporating ideas from your comments. I truly appreciate all of your interaction on the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button on the video and consider subscribing to the channel if you aren't already. You can ring the bell icon to receive notifications whenever I post new videos. Thanks so much again for sharing all of your recommendations and must-dos across the 4 theme parks at Walt Disney World. I hope the rest of your day is super magical, and we'll see you real soon at Pixie Dust PhD.